Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel Pure Politics. I'm your host Mehnur Singh. Yesterday we talked about the situation on the Turkey and Greece border. Some of you disagreed, but that's perfectly fine because everyone has their own perspective and opinions and a way of looking at things, and we respect that. In fact, the sole purpose of this channel was to let people express their opinions. Moving on to today. Today we will be talking about the coronavirus and its impact on two things. First, the environment, and second, us, human beings. First, let us talk about some numbers. The outbreak, which started in China, has now spread to more than 170 countries, infected more than 470,000 people, killed almost 22,000 people. But if we look on the bright side, more than 110,000 people have also recovered. Now we will be talking about the impact that it has had on the environment and humans. So talking about the environment, we all must have seen posts like this. The lockdowns and curfews which have been put in place in many major countries has reduced the number of vehicles and factories that normally functioned before the outbreak. This in turn has resulted in the fall of levels of gases like CO2, carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxide. These images which you can see on your screen right now are from NASA and ESA, European Space Agency, and depict the levels of nitrogen dioxide in China and Italy, which are also one of the worst affected countries from this pandemic. So the question now is this a good thing? Well, it is a good thing for the environment, but it isn't a good thing for us, because what should have resulted from awareness among the masses and legislation by the governments is resulting from a pandemic. There's no denying that the levels of greenhouse gases were rising at a rapid pace, and leaders of many countries were making minimal efforts to control it. The summits that we held were yielding minimal results. Again, there are people who look at this as a positive outcome, and there are people who look at this as a negative outcome. If we consider the toll it is taking on humanity, it is most definitely a negative outcome. But if we look with what's happening with the pollution levels, with the CO2 levels going down, some might consider it as a positive outcome, as something that's positive for the environment and definitely for the climate. Now let us discuss about the effect that it has had and is having on humans. As technology progressed, our world and especially our markets became interconnected and integrated with other countries. This is also known as globalization. Countries became dependent on other countries for resources, manufacturing, products. Also, the production got centralized in one country, that is China, because of the increasing technology and cheap labor there. Then came this disease and it literally changed everything. As the number of cases started to rise in China, the government there, the communist government, put whole cities and eventually provinces under lockdowns, which affected the supply chain because most of the production was based in China, and markets started to feel the heat of the outbreak. Governments did not want the companies, especially the airlines, to go out of business, which explains the reason why no travel bans were put in place once they knew that this thing was getting out of control. This thing is more contagious than the flu, and this is going to spiral out of control, and they're not going to be able to control it. So can we say that the governments prioritized business, economies over the lives of the people? Please tell us your thoughts in the poll and in the comments below. So that's it for this episode. We will meet you in the next episode with another topic to discuss. If you like the video, please consider pressing the like button and sharing it. If you want future updates from our channel, please also consider subscribing and pressing the bell icon so you get notifications whenever we upload a video. Have a good day or night wherever you are, and stay safe.